In this lesson, we are going to make predictions given variables in a direct variation. So we're going to make predictions given direct variation. So let's look at situation 1. The number of miles varies directly with the number of minutes. Maria drives 3 miles every 2 minutes. How far will she travel after 25 minutes? So the first thing we have to do is figure out the variables. So the number of miles varies directly with the number of minutes. The topic of what we're talking of the scenario is the number of miles per minute, right? Or the number of miles you go in a set amount of minutes. So the one that we seem to care about, or that's the topic, is the number of miles. So I'm going to put V2, variable 2 is number of miles. Variable 1 is the number of minutes. Remember, this is our dependent variable. This is our independent variable. So in our table, we put our dependent variable, the one we care about, second. So the number of miles like that. And this will be the number of minutes. So it says Maria drives 3 miles every 2 minutes. So 3 miles every 2 minutes. And it says, how far will she travel? So how many miles in 25 minutes? So 25 minutes. First thing we have to do is, think about direct variation. Direct variation just means proportional. It means proportional. Like we learned last year. So in proportional, we know that we can multiply by the same number. We're going to multiply 2 times what is 3. If we don't know that, we have to do 3 divided by 2 in our calculator, and we get 1 and 5/10, 1.5. That means we're multiplying 2 times 1.5 to get to 3. So 25 times 1.5, oh, can't really see it, gives us, let me just make sure I'm not doing this wrong. It should be 0.25 maybe. So 25 times 1.5 is 37.5. So I was wrong. So 37.5. So let's answer the question. How far will she travel after 25 minutes? She will travel 37.5 miles, 37.5 miles after 25 minutes. All right, let's try the next one. Okay, so situation 2. The number of times Jada cries varies directly, so varies directly with the number of times she falls down. She cries 3 times every 5 times she falls down. If she cries 24 times, then how many times did she fall down? So let's see, the number of times she cries, I'll do it like this. The number of times she cries varies directly with the number of times she falls down. So the variable we are concerned with is the number of times Jada cries. So that is our dependent variable. So number of times she cries will be dependent on, or depends on, our independent variable, which is the number of times, so she cries varies directly with, depends on the number of times she falls. Number of times she falls. Okay, so let's make our table. Oh, we can do a little better. Okay, so the number of times she cries depends on the number of times she falls. She cries 3 times every 5 minutes. 3 times every 5 minutes. Oh, I keep saying minutes. She cries 3 times every 5 times she falls. All right, so she cries 3 times every 5 times she falls. If she cries 24 times, so cry 24. This is different from the other one because the 24 is on the right side of the table. It is our dependent, a value for our dependent variable. So we know that we can multiply. We just don't know 5 times what is 3. So we have to do 3 divided by 5 gives me 0.6. So this is times 0.6. Now instead of multiplying this way, we already have our dependent variable, so we're going to have to divide going this way. And so 24 divided by 0.6 is 40. So Jada, or it says if she cries 24 times. So if Jada, let's go if Jada. If Jada cried 24 times, I don't know why I keep messing up that word, 24 times, then she fell 40 times. All right, so let's do this one more time. So the number of pencils Noah loses. So the amount of pencils Noah loses is proportional to, so that means the same thing pretty much, varies directly with the number of classes he goes to. So dependent variable, the topic variable, is the amount of pencils he loses. So our dependent variable is the number of lost pencils. And that will depend on the number of classes he goes to. Number of classes he went to, or he goes to, right? So let's make a table. So the topic variable is the number of lost pencils. So I guess lost pencils, L for lost pencils, will depend on the number of classes he went to. If he loses 21 pencils, oh wait, before that, Noah loses 4 pencils, that should have an S, loses 4 pencils for every 5 classes he attends. He lost 21 pencils. All right, so let's figure out what we multiplied by here. 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. So that means 5 times 0.8 is, maybe I can make that a little bit, I guess. So 5 times 0.8 is 4. So if I'm going to go backwards, I'm not going to multiply by 0.8. I'm going to divide by 0.8. So let me check that out. Let me try to make that a little nicer first. And let's see, 21 divided by 0.8 is 26 1/4. So 26/25, which doesn't make any real world sense, but I just wanted to throw a decimal like in there. Maybe he loses like mid-class or something. So If he loses 21 pencils, how many did he attend? If Noah we'll say loses. Yeah, we'll say loses. If Noah loses 21 pencils, I can write a tiny bit better. If he loses 21 pencils, then he went to 26 and 2500th classes. And that's it. Not too difficult. Thank you.